Hello, good morning. Good morning to all you out there in the land and the world. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for a slow, stretchy not final. Sorry, I'm a little bit verklempt. I'm just trying to get everything all situated. We're so grateful that you guys have been joining us for these live streamed classes through Ease Yoga. We're so grateful for your dedication and your patience with us as we figure out all of the technical logistics. You know, we're real good at teaching yoga, but we've never set up our own TV studio, so we're so appreciative of you guys for being with us. So let me just do a little sound check, make sure you all can hear us, and yep. Looks like you guys can hear us. Okay, good, because I could hear myself on my sound check phone. So today we're going to do a nice, slow, stretchy spinal flow. It's a way for us to really invite some movement into the vertebra of the spine. The spine, as you know, can move in 7 directions, and we normally do those spinal warm-ups at the beginning of all our vinyasa flow classes. If you're not familiar with the 7 directions of the spine, know that the spine can move in a twist to the left and a twist to the right. We can move in lateral flexion, right? And as we're extending through one side, we're contracting through the other side, left and right. We can move through our extension and flexion, forward and backwards, so our back bending and our forward folding. And then the 7th direction of the spine that is really, really critical is your axial extension. So when you invite the crown of the head to lift high to the sky, it gives you a chance to feel taller, to feel a little bit more present, and it gives more space within the core for you to invite that deep breath. So we're going to begin now on our back. So come on down. Lay down on your back. You don't really need any special props for today's class, just your presence. Come on down, lay down, spread out the body. Good morning. You guys can hear me okay, I'm hoping. So come on down. We're going to create a big X shape with our body. So arms are going to reach up overhead. The legs are going to reach down long on the mat. And just see if you can stretch the body as long as you possibly can get it. Just stretching and reaching, creating space between all the joints. When we work on our spinal mobility, it helps with our overall stability in the body and flexibility. It also can help stave off some back pain. And it's just overall good for getting the energy or the chi, the prana flowing through the body. So right here, keep the arms and the legs still and see if you can drive the back of the pelvic rim, the lower back, the sacrum, down into the earth, lifting a little bit through the belly. And then exhale, drop the curve of the back down, tilting the pelvis up, press down. So just a mini pelvic tucks. Inhale, lift the belly, accentuate the curve of the spine. And exhale as you flatten the belly down, tilting the pelvis upward. And do that 2 or 3 more times, just getting familiar with the very base of the spine, where it connects to our pelvis. Just feeling the mobility that you can offer by rocking it forwards and backwards. This is a form of extension and flexion, where it all begins. And then eventually bring your pelvis right into neutral, allowing the back body to melt. We're just going to find a little moment of grounding, centering, finding a moment of presence. I imagine if you are like most, you're carrying a lot of heavy thoughts, trying to solve problems, trying to figure things out. Let this hour be free from all of that thinking. Let it be an hour that's completely filled with sensation, connecting your mind to your body, just allowing pure presence. This is the magic moment because this is the only moment that is real, this moment that we can feel, see, smell. Notice how the body feels spread out, rooted down in so many places. And then notice how the breath feels. And you can really connect with the breath sensation, not just in the front body, but also as it invites expansion into the back body, through the ribs. When we work on our spinal mobility, particularly in the thoracic spine, we're encouraging more flexibility or pliability within the rib cage, which can serve to help you find deeper breaths. So just notice the qualities of the breath. Present for what is without wishing anything to be different right now, just allowing what is to be to be. And then begin to find some evenness, sameness, a little samavriti breath. So as you inhale, invite a count, maybe 5 or 6 or 7, whatever feels comfortable for you. And as you exhale, let the breath go on that same count so that your exhale becomes the same length as your inhale. And as you inhale, you're inviting a full expansion into the body, through the belly, the ribs, all the way up to the chest. And as you exhale, you're letting everything go, sinking the body a little deeper down into the earth. And notice the ease and the peace that comes in with that breath. When we make the breath our sole focal point, our mind can hold no other thoughts. So it's a little respite. Take a big breath in. Let the breath go. Let your centering thought today be one that maintains that strong mind-body connection, staying fully present as you show up for yourself. I am present for myself. I am present for myself. I am present for myself. Breathe into that intention. Let it all go. One more big cleansing breath. Inhale. And let it go. Sending away any mental or physical obstacles that are getting in the way of that connection so you can truly feel present for yourself. And then start to bring your arms back toward the body. Bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Lift the head round through the spine. This is a form of a spinal flexion here as we're lifting. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. And then root your feet down below the knees. We're going to do a little extension and flexion, articulating through the spine. So when you're ready, root down through the feet. Inhale, press the hips up, arms float up overhead, a little bridge pose. And as you exhale, the hips root back down, knee tucks in toward the forehead. Inhale, take the whole breath, expanding through the front body, opening up through the vertebra of the spine. And exhale as you tuck and round. And we'll do that twice more, moving with the fluidity of your own beautiful breath. Big inhale. Full exhale. We're taking everything nice and slowly today so that nothing escapes your awareness. One more big breath. And draw the knees in. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. Open up your arms nice and wide and let the knees drift off to the right side. Now we're getting into the other 2 more directions of the spine. Twisting left and right. So maybe you use your right hand to draw down on the left knee. Keep your left shoulder rooted and notice where you're feeling this in this side body. Breathing into the twist. Big inhale. full exhale. 2 more breaths. Soften the shoulders. From here, we're going to release any binds you have. Use your strong core to lift those knees up through center. Let them drift over to the left side, taking your spinal twist. The left hand can press down on the knees. Maybe the head turns to the right. Breathing into these sensations that you're creating through the stretch. Big breath in. Full breath out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Nice. Come on back to a nice flat back. Send those legs straight up to the sky. Point and flex into the feet. Circle through the ankles. Notice how it feels. And then cross your right ankle over the left and let the heels drop over to the right corner of the mat as now we start to invite some lateral flexion into the spine. So your right hand will take the left wrist, lifting it up to the top right corner. So we're opening up the left side body here. You can keep tilting the toes over to the right side. Feel the stretch from the ankle up through the side of the hip and the ribs, through passing the obliques, on the way up to the ribs and then the shoulder. One more big breath. Let that breath go. Beautiful. Release the arm bind. We're going to see if we can use our strong core to lift the legs back up to the sky. Uncross them. Point, flex, circle out through the ankles once again. And then this time cross right ankle over left, letting the heel slowly descend down to the earth to the left corner of the mat. The left hand will take a hold of the right wrist and reach it up to the top left corner. So we're opening up now through the right side body. Just notice where you can create the space. Big breath in. Full breath out. Really savoring this slow, sweet pace of the stretching. Easy like Sunday morning. Beautiful. Release the arm bind. Use those strong muscles of the core. Once again, lifting the legs up. This time, uncross them. Taking a little early happy laughing baby. Drawing the knees toward the armpits. Drawing the sacrum down toward the earth. And just roll a little bit. We're going to be giving the back a lot of love today through these spinal movements. We're going to be doing them supine, just as we have been. We're going to be doing them seated. We'll do some kneeling. We'll do some standing. So we're looking at 4 different ways that we can engage the 7 directions of the spine. So we want to be gentle with ourselves and take breaks when needed, giving ourselves a little love, a little space to rest. So those were 6 directions, and then the 7th direction, we're going to come back to the big X shape. Think about reaching the crown of the head up away from the tailbone. It may be a little bit more challenging to feel the benefits of this axial extension when we're on our backs versus when we're seated or standing, but just see if you can invite it. Just mentally imagine your pelvis drawing down, crown of the head reaching up, opening up some space between the vertebrae. We want there to be space. We want there to be the cushioning to be nice and accessible so that we can move and twist and bend in very comfortable ways to access all of the functional things that we need to do in our life. Let's take another big breath. Nice. All right, and then we're going to draw knees back into the chest and start to slowly roll up to a seated position. It is so nice to see you all here. Thank you so much for practicing with us today in Ease Yoga Cafe. So here we are in a seated position, any Sukhasana. So feel free to cross the legs any way that works for you. And we're going to begin to invite that movement through the spine in our seated. Okay? And I'm intending for this to be really accessible to you so that if you only have a few minutes throughout your day and you want to get a spinal warm-up, You can choose which feels best for you, whether it's through seated, whether it's through kneeling, whether it's through standing or laying down. You can pull snippets of this to practice in just a short amount of time with really big benefits to the body. So from your seated position, we're going to take a big breath and lift the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Root down through the sit bones, lift up through the spine. So the axial extension, which I always talk about, is this seventh direction of the spine, really is critical. It should be the first direction of the spine because you need to have that axial extension in order for the other movements of the spine to be effective. So keep inviting that lift of the crown, the rooting of the tailbone as you bring this twist into the body. Soften the shoulders and the jaw. Take a big breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale back to center. And bring the hands right to your knees for just a moment. Give yourself a chance to find neutral. It's really nice when we can slow down our practice so we can take this time in between shapes to honor the benefits of the shapes. And then we'll take that on the other side. Inhale, lift up, reach up, extend through the spine, and then begin to twist to the left. Big breath in. Full breath out. Take a few more breaths here, fully present for each at the beginning and the end of the breath. One more big inhale. And we'll come back to center. Lift the arms up and root them down on your thighs. Just take a moment to notice. Just honor the benefits of the stretch. All right. You can keep the legs crossed as they are, or you can reverse the cross. We're going to have a chance to reverse them in just a moment. But if you're feeling stiff in the leg joints, you can open them and stretch them and take the cross in the other way. So from here, we're going to start to move in the lateral plane. So as you inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, root down through your right hand, reach over to the right. And know here that you can slide that right hand as far away from you as you'd like. Draw that left arm back and away from the ear so that you're not collapsing. You want to open up through the rib cage. So again, extending the spine and then flexing in that lateral way as you reach over to the right. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more big inhale. Beautiful. Cartwheel that left hand back up. Come into center before rushing into that other side. We don't want to rush for anything. We just want to be present. Give our spine a chance to neutralize. And then we start welcoming the stretch on the other side. As you inhale, lift that arm up, reach over, open up through the side body. Creating some space here. Remember to spin the rib cage through. Giving it time, giving it patience for the stretch to really settle into the body. Nice. And then we come back into center. Beautiful. Now I'm going to invite you to open up the legs, finding a nice wide-legged shape. We're going to just take a little bit of a break, decompressing in the spine as we find a forward fold. So forward folding is one way to offer that flexion into the spine. So take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach forward. Let your hands drop down. Maybe your forearms come down as well. Give yourself a chance to melt. Just checking in to make sure all of our sound is working. Make sure all of you out there in internet land can hear. Yeah. I appreciate you being here. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. One more. Maybe your chin comes to your chest, really offering that extension up into the cervical spine. And then slowly we're going to rise back up to that seated position, feeling the sit bones root, and find the alternate cross of the legs. If you hadn't already alternately crossed them, now's a good time to bring that in. And so we've talked about spinal extension, axial extension, we've done our twist left and right, our lateral left and right. Now we're going to just do basic seated cat and cow. And you can do this with your arms pressing forward with the palms together. Inhale as you open up the heart, draw the shoulder blades together, gaze up. And as you exhale, feel the belly retract to the spine, chin to chest, spread through the back body. Inhale, open up, feel the heart lifting, rising, shining. And exhale, close it up, round through the back body. So the other way you can do it, if your arms are a little tender, yesterday was shoulder day for your workout, you can bring your hands right to the knees and roll the shoulders back as you press the heart forward, and then roll the shoulders forward as you press the heart back. And just keep moving any way that serves you best, breathing into this spinal extension and spinal flexion. And remember that the pelvis is tilting forwards and backwards as you do this, just as the shoulders and the neck are involved. So we're really engaging the entire length of the spine here. We'll take one more big breath. And we're going to come right back in. Beautiful. Now we're going to start to migrate, getting a little more, lifting a little bit more. So we're going to explore altitude here. Come into our hands and knees, our table position. Same thing. We can find all kinds of ways to work the 7 directions of the spine. So first direction, just axial extension. What can you do to invite a little bit more length as the crown of the head pulls forward, tailbone draws back. Engage into the belly, lifting the navel up toward the spine. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Nice. Just thinking about where to shift the energy here to get more engagement into the spine. Take another big breath. Beautiful. We're going to start to move in a rotation. So root down through your left hand. Reach the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to weave the right under the left without collapsing down completely. We're going to press back into that left palm. The right arm reaches up. And we're going to work our way slowly into this twist. Every exhale, twist a little more. Every inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale to twist. Inhale to reach. Nice. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. This time as you twist, go ahead and relax that right shoulder down to the earth. Come on down to the temple. Press into the left palm. And notice if the hips are shifting to the left at all, draw them back into center. Breathe into this beautiful, juicy spinal twist here. Nice and slow, nice and intentional. Take one more big breath. Let the breath go. Beautiful. From here, we're going to press back into the left palm. Right arm reaches all the way up. And then we're going to bring it back down. We'll do that on the other side. So press into the right palm. The left arm reaches high. As you exhale, thread the needle nice and slowly, feeling the spine twist. Inhale, reach that left arm back up. And exhale as you twist. Just coaxing our way gently into this twist. Offering more mobility into the spine. Last one, big breath in. Really reach up as you breathe. And as you exhale, release down to the left shoulder, fully threading the needle. As I adjust the wardrobe. Breathe. You guys are doing great. Fully showing up for yourself today, nice and slowly. Readjust the hips so they stack over the knees. This is a really nice twist for the thoracic spine. Helps with the mobility of the rib cage. One more big breath. And then press back into the right palm. Left arm reaches high. Back to your table position. Nice. I'm going to turn and face you for this. So from your tabletop position, start to float through your cat and cow. Your cat and cow. Drop the belly. Draw the heart through the biceps. Gaze up. Exhale, round the spine. Chin to chest. Pelvis tucks under. Inhale. Press into the earth. And exhale, lift up, defy gravity as you spread through the back. Okay, 2 more breaths. This is your spinal extension and flexion from a kneeling position. Feel the articulation from the very base of the spine all the way up to the neck, your cervical spine. Beautiful. Come back to a nice flat back, and then extend your right leg behind you. And then we're going to cross the right leg over to the left side. And we're going to take that left hand and point it at your toe. Just point. Hey there, foot. Just point. And when you do that, it just opens up a little bit more through the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then release that left hand back to the earth. We're going to extend now the right leg all the way over to the side. Root down into that left knee and rise up into your outrigger pose. So know that if you're not on a really comfy padded surface, you may want to put something soft underneath that left side knee. You have options for this leg depending on how the sensation feels for you. So you can either root down through the outer edge of the foot, or you can come onto the heel of the foot. So you decide which is best for you. We're going to just move in a lateral way again, just tick-tocking side to side like a little windmill. So inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, reach and extend over to the right side. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale, crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back up. From here, we're going to plant the palms down, and we're going to take an outrigger stretch. So keep your right palm rooted. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Gaze at the thumb. Big breath in. Keep the hips stable. One more big breath. Beautiful. Release the hand down. We're going to bring the hip back to the heel. So you're in a half child's pose on one side and outrigger on the other side. And again, this is a great place to maybe spin onto that right heel so that you can invite a deep stretch into the inner thigh. Melt the head down, melt the heart down. If your head's not connecting to the earth, you're welcome to bring in a block or a pillow or a blanket or something that will help root you down. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more big breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lift back up, walk the hands back around to the front. I'm going to exchange legs here now. So your right leg is still extended. Take a big breath in. Maybe lift that leg as you reach the crown of the head forward. Keep the belly engaged. Bend the elbows, a little chaturanga dip. And inhale back up. Exhale, a little chaturanga dip. Inhale. We don't want to completely neglect the upper body here, so we're just going to get a little bit of dip here. And up. And one more little chaturanga dip. Beautiful. And we come back into center. When we find center, we take a few centering cat and cows. So inhale, press the heart forward. Exhale, retract it back up. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Come back to that nice flat back once again. This time we're going to extend through the left leg and then rise up. Rise up, 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 up. Start to move like a windmill, offering that lateral flexion into the spine. So big inhale to extend. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, up. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Beautiful. Come back into center. Root the hands down right under the shoulders, finding that outrigger stretch. So root down through the left palm. This time, right arm reaches up. Really big thoracic twist here. So if it feels a little sticky, it's all good. Just breathe into it. Breathe. Just notice how it feels. Allow that feeling to be there. One more big breath. Nice. Then release your hand down, hip to heel. Sink your third eye down to the earth. Really breathe into the opening of the hip here. Fully aware of what you're noticing in the body. And then come back into center. We're going to add something that we forgot on the other side. So cross, whoops, I'm banging into stuff here. Cross your left leg behind you. Take that right hand and point to your toe. Hey, toe. I love you. Even though you haven't had a lot of attention lately, know that I love you. Just breathe. This is a good opening for the side body, for the hip. One more breath. Beautiful. Then we're going to come back into center. I'm all twisted here, so I'm going to come over here. Your left leg is lifted, so walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale forward, take a little chaturanga dip, and then inhale back up. Lower down, exhale. Inhale. Two more, keeping the elbows nice and close to the ribs. And one more, keeping the belly drawn up toward the spine. Beautiful. Lift back up. Bring the knees together. Send the hips back to the heels. Find a child's pose. Child's pose is a beautiful way to offer decompression in the spine, in addition to that strong sensation of grounding. So you really feel so very present and connected. You find that sense of equanimity right here because you are here accepting what is without trying to press it away or deny it. Just, you don't need to be overwhelmed by it. Just noticing what is. Take one more big breath. And then from here, we're going to come back into a kneeling position. And from kneeling, we're going to start to make our way into a standing position. What? So try to do it without the use of your hands. So you can just use the strong support of the legs. Nice. You made it. You're standing. All right. So here we are. We're going to start working on the 7 directions of the spine from standing. Okay? So we're going to start by finding our rooting in a mountain pose. We always want to start our standing postures by honoring the connection through the feet, welcoming that energy as it courses through the body, washing over the muscles as they contract to the bones, lifting the vertebra of the spine nice and tall, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. So we begin by rooting into the left foot. We're going to do some twists. So when you're ready, start to bring your right knee up towards your chest, nice and slowly. Take a big breath in, arms rise. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Beautiful thing about a home practice is there's always a wall. So if the wall is there, use the wall. This can be very much a balancing exercise, but we're looking at ways that we can work into the 7 directions of the spine from a standing position, because sometimes you're in a space where you can't or don't want to get on the ground, and you just want to invite the movement standing. So I'm just showing you how to do that. So use what you have. If there's a wall there, use it. Keep lifting up all the way from that left heel all the way up to the crown of the head. You feel the energy extending, lifting, rising. Every exhale invites a deeper twist as the belly draws in. Big breath in. Full breath out. As you come back into center, release the hands. Cross the right leg over the left with the pinky toes to touch. And we're going to go ahead and take our crescent shape to the left here. So your left hand on the right wrist. Find that crescent shape as you melt over to the left side. And once again, notice if you're collapsing in any way. Lift up and then rotate, bend. Drawing your right bicep beyond the ear, lifting into that right side rib cage. So remember, anytime we're doing lateral flexion, one side of the body is flexing, or extending rather, and the other side is contracting. So we're creating space on one side, we're squeezing and engaging on the other side, but it shouldn't feel collapsed at all. It's just engaged. Beautiful. Take one more big breath. And we're going to come back into center. Keep those legs crossed. We're going to take a really juicy forward fold here. So slowly let the body melt, hanging heavy. Wow. You're going to say hello to your legs right here. You're going to feel the IT band. You may feel your hamstrings. You may notice that you were carrying some heaviness in your shoulders, and this is a good time to shake it out, and flutter the lips. Just let yourself be free here. And maybe your hands touch the earth. Maybe they don't. It's not about reaching anything right here. It's just letting yourself hang heavy. Notice the sensations welcomed by the stretch and breathe into it. Nice. Take another big breath. And then slowly root down and rise back up. We're going to slowly get back into that stork pose. So bring the right knee back up into the chest and release the leg down. Everything is done with purpose, control, and intention, right? So here we are, back in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Feeling stable, feeling strong, feeling majestic. We can weather any storms. We're going to root down now into that left foot. Start to invite your right knee up towards your chest. Sorry, I'm mirroring you and I just said the wrong thing. Rooting down into your right foot. Bring your left knee up towards your chest. There we go. The other side. And before we twist, axial extension. Where can you lift? Where can you create a little bit more space between the vertebrae? And then reach the arms up and begin to twist. So right hand on the left knee. And that just serves as a little assist to remind you not to flare open through the hips. Keep everything right and center as you engage. Use the wall if it's there. Gaze over that left shoulder. Feel rooted, feel lifted. There's so much beautiful energy coursing through your body right now, coursing through your chakras. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Take one more big breath in. Full breath out into that twist. Oh, feels so good. Come back into center and then cross left over right, bringing the pinky toes to touch. We'll find that crescent shape over to your right side. So the right hand on the left wrist invites everything to reach. You're going to feel your hips pressing out to the left side. Welcome that. Just open it up. You're finding so much freedom here from energy that was stuck. You're opening up the muscles, freeing the joints, creating space. Nice. Take one more big breath. Inhale back to center. We'll find that forward fold once again. You're welcome to do the same variation with the arms, or if you want to take a bind with the fingertips, the fingers interlacing behind your back, you're welcome to do that. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and invite yourself into that forward fold. Really let the head hang heavy. Breathe into any strong sensations that are welcomed into the stretch. Notice if the breath changed in any way. Welcome back that deep, beautiful breath you cultivated at the beginning of practice. That Samavriti breath, nourishing on the inhale, nourishing on the exhale. Last one more big breath, hang heavy. And then slowly make your way back up. Release the bind if you have it. Root down into the right foot, left knee comes up with control. Beautiful. And step it down back into your mountain. Nice job. I'm going to turn to the side here to show you how there are lots of different ways we can offer flexion and extension into the spine. And we're going to do some little standing cat-cows with a little bit of chair in our body. So you don't have to get to your full-on expression of chair unless you want to really build some heat in the body. But this is more about slow, intentional stretches so that we can be present to notice. So just bring a little buoyancy into the body, into the joints. Soften into the knee joints, soften into the hip joints. Maybe just shift a little side to side. A little bouncing. And then once you find a comfortable spot, draw the hips back toward the heels, like in your nice chair alignment, right? Rather than leaning forward, stressing the knee joints, we're sending the hips back, opening up through the lumbar area, feeling the pelvis just engage, creating some space. Take a big breath in. Okay, we're going to open up the heart. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the palms to touch. I'm going to step off here a little bit. Inhale, press the heart forward. Exhale as you tuck and round. You can do this with the legs straight even. Just keeping them bent brings a little warmth into the body. 2 more. Big breath in. Full breath out. And last one. Open up and round. Beautiful. Take a big breath in as you reach. We're going to come into another forward fold, this time with the legs just under the hips. You can take a ragdoll here, bringing hands to the elbows. Let the body sway a little bit from side to side. A beautiful way to decompress. If you are working from home right now, if you're spending a lot of time seated in a chair, on Zoom conferences, be sure to give yourself movement breaks. And your movement break doesn't have to be a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood with your dog, although that would be nice if you have the time. A movement break could be as simple as taking a forward fold and just sort of shaking, fluttering the lips, releasing any energy that's in your body, any stress that you've been holding from that call, and it gives the lower back a chance to find some space rather than from the compression that is caused by sitting. Maybe walk the hands a little bit to the right and to the left. And anytime you can, take a break and tune your attention into your body and into your breath, it's giving you a little respite from your work, from the pressures, the demands, the expectations that may come with work. All right. On the next breath, slowly start to lower your hips down towards your heels. We're going to come into a little toe balance pose. Bring your hands right to your heart. Take a big breath in. Let the breath go. And if it's comfortable for you to do so, see if you can rock your sit bones right onto the earth without using your hands. Bring the soles of the feet together with the hands on the ankles. Just start to flutter the knees a little bit in your cobbler pose. We're going to do a little bit of love for the hips here. So we're going to begin by lifting up your right leg. Slide your left leg over just a little bit and cuddle your shin like a little baby, just finding some movement into the joint. And then stack your right shin over your left in your double fire log, and know that if you have a blanket or a towel or a pillow or something, you're welcome to nestle it between your right knee and your left ankle if there's a lot of space, a big gap here. Of course, the other option is stay in your Baddha Konasana. So we're going to welcome a twist here. So with your right leg over, take a big breath in. Bring your hands right to the heart. We're going to twist to the left. And if you'd like, you can bring your right tricep right into the arch of the right foot. Using one against the other as leverage to go deeper into the twist. Gaze up over that left shoulder. So we're leaning forward, we're extending the spine, and we're twisting all at once. And we're breathing into the hip. We're staying fully present for ourselves here. There's a lot going on. Take one more big breath. Slowly bring yourself back into center. We're going to lift that right leg and bring it behind us, finding a pinwheel shape. We're going to do one more lateral flexion here. So keep your right hand next to your right leg. Left arm goes up, and we're going to crescent over to the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Using those deep breaths to clear out the energy, to welcome the new and the fresh, all the possibilities that await you. One more breath. From here, cartwheel your hands. Bring your left hand right next to your left hip. And we're going to press into the earth with our legs, lifting the hips and the heart up to the sky. Reach up, maybe overhead. Maybe you gaze behind you. Take 2 more breaths. Keep opening up. Great stretch for that right side hip flexor and your psoas. And come on down. Nice. All right, from here we're going to switch the legs. So bring your right leg under. Lift your left leg, holding the shin. Just gently moving the shin from side to side. And then crossing your left shin over the right. Keep the foot flexed so the ankle joint is protected. Once again, feel free to use whatever you need to help connect the leg to the ankle. We're going to take a big breath in here. As you exhale, hands to the heart, twist over to the right, and invite your left tricep, if you want to twist, your left tricep comes into the arch of the foot. So once again, think about all the movements of the spine here. We are lifting through the axis, we're twisting, we're breathing into that left side hip. Gaze over that right shoulder. To shape this complex begs for a really deep breath. Take one more big breath. You guys are awesome. Come on back into center. We're going to uncross that left leg, bring the heel to the hip, coming into our pinwheel shape where we can take our lateral flexion. So root your left hand down, right hand reaches up and create some space as you reach over to the left. Nice. And we're going to bring that right hand next to the right hip, lift up, pressing into the shins, open up through the hips. Beautiful back bend here. Really feel the luxury of the stretch. One more big breath. And come on down. All right, we're going to bring those legs out in front of us and roll down onto our backs. Come on down to your back. Find that bridge shape once again. We're going to take a few more bridge poses. Know that if you've had enough and you just want to chill a little bit, please chill. Listen to your body. Do what is safe for you. If you want to move a little bit more, keep your feet rooted underneath the knees with the palms pressing down into the earth. And when you are ready, start to press into the heels and the ball of the feet as the hips rise. And as you exhale, you can lower the hips back down. Inhale, press in, lift in, feel the heart shining. Exhale to lower. And do that twice more, really aware of where you're rooting down and how you're rising. Last one. How about as we lift here, we stay here. Take the fingers to weave together underneath the back body and roll onto your shoulders as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep pressing into the feet. Feel the thighs and the glutes engage. Really support the lower back as you arch. For 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more big, deep, beautiful breath. And let it all go. Release the bind. Lower down 1 vertebra at a time, eventually making the back connect all the way to the earth. We will bring our knees in toward the chest, lifting the head up toward the knees. Slowly rock from side to side. What a true gift you've offered yourself during the practice today. For one, just being present for yourself, carving out space for some self-care, for mindful attention. And then just the way that you cater to your spine today, so lovingly through these series of stretches, engaging the 7 directions of the spine. Hopefully you found something within the practice that you will come back to throughout your week when you really need it. Lay the back flat, lift the legs back up. If there's anything else you want to do here in this inversion, I like to take a toe bind and just open and close the legs. It feels like a really nice stretch to me. But maybe you have a shoulder stand in your practice or some other inversion that feels like a really nice release, a nice down regulation of the nervous system before we settle into our final rest of Shavasana. So let this be a moment where you take about 10 breaths, doing whatever feels good in your own body. Five more breaths. Three more breaths. Take your last big breath in the shape you've chosen, coming safely through any counter poses. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Lift the head up. Wrap your hands around your shins and say something so loving and kind to yourself. Say it out loud. I love you. I appreciate you. I am present for you. Really let yourself hear those words of self-compassion. Take a big breath in, giving yourself one more big squeeze. And as you exhale, start to unfurl the body, coming into your final resting shape of Shavasana. Let the body melt back to the earth, feeling the support, the safety, and the presence. Soften the jaw, relax the tongue and the mouth, and allow yourself to be. whatever you've been carrying or holding, whatever that has not served you, either unpleasant thoughts or heavy emotions, worry, concern, whatever it is, know that you don't have to hold it any longer. You have stretched the body. You have used the breath to find freedom. Let the earth absorb it. Let the stream float it away. Let the wind blow it. Let the sun melt it. Let yourself be free. You can always find freedom by reconnecting to yourself through breath, through movement. The freedom lives within you. Take a big breath in, inviting your attention back into your mind. I am present for myself. Exhale out to the world. 2 more. Inhale. I am present for myself. I am present for myself. Let it all go. Start to stretch the body, reawakening that beautiful energy that lives within you. And roll onto one side, finding the position of new beginnings. And remember that this truly is the beginning of the rest of your life, right here, right now. And you can move forward with a greater sense of ease and freedom just by changing your thoughts, welcoming the breath, and being present for yourself. Start to rise to a comfortable seat. Press your palms together in front of your heart. I am so grateful that you chose to practice with me and the Ease Yoga community today. Thank you so much. Thank you for your continued support of our community through gift card purchases and maintaining your membership. You have no idea how much your presence means to us. Thank you. Know that the love and the light in me sees and honors the love and the light that shines brightly in each of you. Namaste. My name is Erin, and I'm coming to you every Sunday morning on Ease Yoga Facebook. Please drop me a note. Feel free to write a comment. It's good to know that you're here, and I look forward to seeing you again. We're hosting classes, at least 2 a day. They're free for you, and we just would love to have you continue to move and breathe and be present with us. So thank you so much.